too much.
Alright, good morning. Breakfast is done. I'm all packed up and ready to head out. We'll be out of here in just a few more minutes. And yeah, Lady Di's Bread and Breakfast is the place to be. This is one of the best places on trail for sure. So you gotta stop in here in Damascus. Brand new, excellent type of place. But, alright, let's go pack up and let's start hitting the trail this morning.
They'll actually walk right.
Heading out of town, currently on the Creeper Trail. Here's where we divert from the Creeper Trail and back to the woods, back to the AT.
Yeah.
As per usual, bit of an uphill for a couple of miles, leaving town. They're not as bad as what we've done in the past. Yeah, some of this terrain is just very difficult to walk on. It's lots of broken rock. Very uneven footing. Alright, done with our lunch break at the Saunders shelter. I need to relax my feet just a little bit more. The Super Feet insoles, they're just not working. They just don't work for me. So I give them a 0 out of 10. I think I need more cushion, and they're more like a rigid support type of insole. So I've switched my insoles back to the original ones, and I can already feel the difference. That's going to be way easier on my feet. So they were killing my feet. They were just getting worse. So I just got to rest my feet up some, and then from here it's only like another 6 miles or so to the final destination. Lost Mountain Shelter, I think, is where we're headed for today. So I'm just going to chill here for a bit. I can show my overall game plan for the next stretch here till we get to Marion, I think is the name of the town. And we'll be able to resupply at a Walmart once we get there. But let's take a look at the game plan. Okay, here's what the next stretch looks like out of Damascus. It's going to be a big 4-day push. Today is only a 15.8 out of Damascus, going to Lost Mountain Shelter. Then a 17.5 mile day to Wise Shelter. A 20.1 mile day to Trimpy Shelter. And then we'll finish up with a 21.4 mile day. That'll get us to a big highway intersection and get us into Marion, where I've got reservations at an inn. And shuttle service and stuff's already coordinated, and we'll get the Walmart there. So that's what the next stretch looks like. It's cool that more and more of the rhododendron are blooming out. These pretty flowers. And the white ones are the mountain laurel. Been seeing those for a while. It's crazy how much of a difference changing out the insoles made. They were just terrible this morning. They were not working. My feet were like, they felt the worst they've ever felt on trail. It was that bad. And then swapped back to the old pairs that I'm cruising in right now. And after like 10 minutes being back on trail, I'm just fine. Kind of back to the old way they were. I'd like them to be a little more comfortable, which is why I'm going to scout out the next time we hit the Walmart in a few days. I think they might be able to be selling, they usually have like orthopedic cushioned insoles or something like that in Walmarts. So I'm going to do some scouting and see what I can find. If not, can't find anything there, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to order something to myself. We'll see. Doing good for now though on the feet. This is where the AT rejoins the creeper trail for a little bit. And we're back in the woods. We've got about 2 miles left or so till the shelter. And it's still Memorial Day weekend, so there are hundreds of bikers going down the creeper trail. And the creeper trail, I guess, is an old, like a railway line that's all been dismantled, and so you got the smooth ground, and they just turned it into a bike path. And so they shuttle bikers, I don't know how many miles up, and it's pretty much just like a smooth downhill grade all the way down to Damascus. So it would make a really cool bike ride going back to town. But now we're back in the woods for our final stretch for this day's hike. I think I'm approaching like the last half mile as we're coming up on the shelter, and my feet hurt. Those super feet insoles have really screwed my feet up, I think. Usually by the next morning I'm sore for a little bit, and then, you know, once you get your legs moving, you're fine. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise I may have to start taking ibuprofen. And worst case scenario, I'm already thinking ahead. I may have to zero when we get to Marion. I'll let my feet rest again. And then maybe even push slower days, like just do 10-mile days for a little bit and give my feet extra rest. We'll see. I'm gonna play it by ear though. Definitely try to take care of my feet best I can. Finally made it. Lost Mountain Shelter. Well, I got dinner done. I'm all settled into the shelter. There's a ton of people here, probably like 20 or more or so, tented all around and everything. A couple of familiar faces I haven't seen in a couple of weeks, so that's kind of cool seeing people. It's like the one day out of Damascus, and then you know, it's like everybody is coming out at the same time, and you just run into people that you didn't realize were all on trail still. But as you can see, I'm kind of bundled up, so it's going to be a cold night. It's going to be expected in the 30s, I think. Not too close to freezing, but it's going to be chilly for sure. And this should be the last cold day / cold night on trail for a while. It's expected to warm back up for next week. Should be nice and sunny. But it's kind of cool seeing we got a privy here, we got bear boxes here, so no more, like, I've been hanging bear bags and stuff for a while. No privies all through Tennessee and all that good stuff, so all the luxury items are all coming back, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Good morning, everybody. And out of camp nice and early. Yeah, there were definitely a ton of people there. And it's cold this morning. This should be one of the only cold mornings that we got this whole next week at least. Definitely feels like it's in like the upper 30s, so starting out all bundled up, got the puffy jacket on and everything. But I'm sure that'll be coming off soon as things start warming up pretty quick, because I think the high today is supposed to be like 70 degrees or something like that. But today was something like a 17+ mile day. And at some point later, towards the end of the day, I think we should be entering the Grayson Highlands State Park. So we may get to see some ponies today, so that'll be really cool. Right now the terrain is like super easy, flat, no rocks, no big roots. And hopefully it stays like that, but we'll see. More cows. Doing a long uphill. And it's pretty rocky. It's slowing me down a bit. Looks like we're just about to the top. We're a little ways just prior to the summit. I think this is White Top Mountain. But we got a really nice view up here. Well, the terrain was pretty nice this morning, but since then, most of this has been pretty difficult to walk on. These small loose rocks are some of the worst stuff for my feet. Well, we're a little bit a ways from a parking lot, as in really close to one, and I think we're gonna stop there for lunch and rest up, and we'll be there shortly. We got garbage cans to get rid of trash, we got bathrooms, a lot of cars here. Today is Monday, Memorial Day, so there's a lot of people out hiking and whatnot, but that's all gonna be ahead of us. Get into some beautiful area here soon. There's the big mountain we came down earlier. I'm guessing the darker tree-covered hill up there is Mount Rogers. We're only a few miles from it. Tallest one in the area, I think. Lewis Fork Wilderness. More super rocky as we're going uphill. It's doable, just really slow goings. And these last like 4 miles or so have been some of the roughest terrain of the entire AT so far. This is just atrociously bad.
some ponies.
Oh, for sure. I was gonna do it regardless.
I was gonna.
We're just now heading out of the Thomas Knob shelter after a short break. And the area up here is just beautiful. And very shortly we'll be entering the Grayson Highlands State Park. We've definitely seen signs of ponies around here. Lots of excrement, as it were, but haven't seen any ponies yet. Hopefully we'll get a glimpse of some today in a little bit. And there we go, the big 500 miles. That's pretty awesome.
Aren't you gonna sing the song?
No, I'm not going to sing the song. You guys know how it goes, right? At Walk 500 more? Something like that?
You would walk 500 miles. Something like that.
Alright, more ponies up ahead. This next bit's called the Fat Man Squeeze. Through the rocks. Now entering the Grayson Highlands State Park.
Yeah.
Here we are at Wise Shelter. I think we're going to push on another 0.1. We'll get outside the park. I'll probably be tenting out there.
It doesn't seem like it's.
Alright, so here's the current situation. We're all settled into the Wise Shelter. Right now we're the only people here. So we were double checking like the rules and stuff, and technically in Gut Hooks it says that the Wise Shelter is closed due to COVID. You're not allowed to tent around it anyway. That's one of the normal park rules. Like 0.1 down the trail is the park boundary, so there's a bunch of people that are just tented just outside the park boundary. But we're just going to stay here. It seems like people have been staying here on a regular basis, and we're just going to have the whole shelter to ourselves. We're still in the park, and there are ponies in the vicinity, so we might get visited throughout the night. And this was kind of the shelter we were planning on staying at anyway. So I think we're all good. We'll get dinner going and just kind of enjoy the evening. It's been a long, rough day. I think today was officially the roughest terrain-wise that I've seen. It was just the whole 17 miles. Like the first mile in the morning was nice, but then it just was rocks. So just brutal rocks on your feet the whole day. So that's just what made it tough. The up and downs weren't that bad, but just the rocks. Anyway, let's get some dinner going. And that about wraps up today's adventure. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. We'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching. We'll see if I get visited by some more ponies tonight. We'll see you in the next one.